just for XDB, let's look at a clearer chart again. Yeah, it's one that I am definitely still in, and I am still going to get more of myself, just to show you where this wick ended. So like you can see, like all this small caps, anything that is, you know, isn't in top 1000 will see a huge massive sell-offs. They just honestly get decimated. Crazy drops, crazy levels. And the matter, like, you know, it's the case. You've seen this here before. How this happened. It didn't happen immediately. It's a pattern that just constantly, but it works both ways. So I just want to give you hope as well. Because look at this crazy wick, right? Eventually, yeah, fine. It was some sort of a fake out, let's call it. We dropped, tested low support, but eventually, at some point, you know, you need patience only, nothing else. They come back to that point. They come back to that point on the chart. So seeing this wick and seeing this wick here, they came back down to that point. I'm not saying it is going to be immediately, but because look how long it took, you know, from here to here. It was August 2020, and before we came back down to grab this was March 2021. So in around 6 months. 6 months, sorry, 6 months, yeah, March to September. So this is August to March. You see, eventually it comes back up. So here, that drop, October, and when they came back, just a touch of it was January, and then all the way down to the same point in April. So 4 or 5 months. And eventually, so it could be the case that this is going to be 4 or 5 months and we see it again, or we won't see it at all, and we're going to be front run. And when we come back to 100k, that's when Bitcoin will drop down to 20. Hard to predict. However, back to XDB, if you are looking to trade it, look, it's looking like, you know, it is coming back to retest this support. And sorry, I need to get rid of this line because I accidentally drew that on. So that's a daily, you know, they came back down to this wick. It is coming back down again. It hit off this level already twice. So possibly with XDB, it is a level of interest right now to get in. And if you want to trade it, setting a stop loss just below that little wick, or waiting for lower entries. We can go in on a smaller time frame just to want to see. Yeah, like, you know, it's getting in that point where the 50 will be our resistance and the point where we want to see that breakout. So it's getting tighter and tighter because we have that support here. We have the 50. If there is any any shift in the market, any bullish news, proper volume, this is going to break out and keep going up, because it's one of the projects that keeps building, keeps bringing up, you know, updates, and a lot of people have their eyes on it. They've great marketing as well, fantastic, you know, people. And except for Beckham, I think there's someone else that is either already been announced or being announced. Trying to think now. So keeping an eye on like those strong projects, getting in, understanding the risk, setting yourself, you know, with a smaller stop loss just because of the market conditions, could be very profitable. So not a bad level to grab yourself a bag, or yeah, just DCA from here to this level of support with a stop loss, and see how this can play out. But this is a risk you take, that market can drop. it is a good strong coin, but it can, of course, go both ways. And in terms of, I see the minute, I don't see anything here. It's a very choppy zone. For targets, it would want to come back up, obviously, above the 20 cents. This accumulation zone, let me zoom out, sorry, because I want to see. My screen isn't big enough, guys. I need a bigger screen.
We'll forgive you.
Yeah, look. I mean, it could be a nice quick swing trade. Just
personally, my personal feelings, I reckon it's going to go right back down to around 42 cent again, if not in the pennies of pennies of pennies. Yeah, I'm still like 4x up. If we get 20%, I'm still like 4-5x up. So I'm planning to swing it, take it, swing it, and build my bag and reinvest in the beer. But yeah, I can't.
I mean, obviously, if Bitcoin drops, if we revisit those levels, there is no reason we can't see those lower supports. You know, absolutely around, like, you know, somewhere around here, 4 cent mark. Look at this is a weekly chart. If we drop, we've already had this week. If we drop, this could also be, you know, place where they can come back down to because of the money that's sitting here. That was a very, very, you know, big, strong push. There's a lot of money there. You could totally, going forward, if you're looking at investing in this down the line when market really finally, you know, comes to the moment where, yeah, we've seen that drop, we've seen this, I'm looking for a word, guys, give me help here. Stupid Polish words in my head.
Capitulation.
Yeah, when we see like the reset of the market, whatever you want to call it, right? There could be possible levels here. It is another, we're not around here, you know, another 80% drop. But for a quick swing trade, like I was just saying to you, keep an eye, because we're going to possibly see little bounces. Projects will use the moments when Bitcoin is either consolidating or going up to start announcing the news, and yeah, you could totally trade those moves, grab your profits and exit. It's still the strategy I have currently, and I'm not moving away from it. Aggressive profit taking. I'm rather careful when it comes to investing anything at the minute, preserving my capital. Either I get in when I have 100% conviction, well, as much as I can have, to see where we've changed, we are going back to bull, or wait for much, much lower prices.